I'm Reverend Ellen Debenport. I'd like to tell you today a little bit about unity teachings. Even some old-timers have trouble explaining what we believe and teach. This is a simple introduction. Unity teachings can be expressed through 5 fundamental principles. These are not ideas unity invented. They're woven through all the world's faith traditions. We know the co-founders of Unity, Charles and Myrtle Fillmore, read widely about other religions, and they pulled together the threads that ran through all of them. Hence the name, Unity. It was their great-granddaughter, Connie Fillmore, who consolidated the teachings into 5 brief statements when she was leading Unity a century after its founding. These 5 principles are spiritual laws. That means they're always in effect and they work for everyone. But they are deceptively simple, and don't call them basic. You could spend a lifetime trying to understand and apply these 5 principles every day. The first is that God is all there is, present everywhere. It's all God. That sounds happy and positive until you start to think about everything happening on the planet. War, crime, terrorism, loss, and grief. How could God be in all of that? It's a question theologians have wrestled with for a few thousand years now. In Unity, we teach that God's presence is within us and around each of us in any circumstance. If we look closely, we will see evidence of divine love and compassion everywhere. The second principle may be even more challenging. It is that all human beings are divine in their essence. The same Spirit that was in Jesus is in each one of us. That's what he was trying to tell us when he said we could do everything he could do and more. It's not always easy to see the divine in other people when their behavior is shocking, but who could look at a newborn child and believe it was on earth for anything but love? Sometimes humans do lose their way, but our spiritual nature allows us to learn and grow through a lifetime. Those first 2 principles are about the nature of God and humanity. The other 3 are about what we do with this information. If God is all there is, and we're a part of that divine presence, then how does that show up in our lives? The third principle is that our thoughts have creative power. The Buddha said, all that we are is the result of what we have thought. Charles and Myrtle Fillmore used the power of thought to heal themselves of lifelong ailments. The power of thought extends beyond healing to everything: prosperity, relationships, our sense of worthiness, our expectations for life. So we watch our thoughts. We're careful to stay positive. Now that doesn't mean we squelch our feelings or become afraid that a single negative thought will ruin our lives. It's just a way to keep aligning ourselves with the spiritual law that says we get what we expect. We reap what we sow. What goes around comes around. In Unity, we say, thoughts held in mind produce after their kind. The fourth principle is simply prayer and meditation. That's the time we spend each day remembering who we truly are, that we are divine beings immersed in the presence of God, and that divine presence is in every situation in our lives. Some people pray by speaking to God. Others align with the force field of love and intelligence that is the universe. Either way, prayer comes from a consciousness of our oneness with all things. Fifth, then, is what we do on a daily basis. The 5th principle says knowing these spiritual principles is not enough. We must live the truth we know, put it into practice. It's important to notice that taking action this way comes last. We don't leap into action until we have invoked the first 4 principles. Do I believe God is in this situation? Can I see the divine in all the people involved? What thoughts am I holding that might be manifesting in this reality? Have I prayed about it? Then we come to principle 5, to live the truth we know. None of us live from our spiritual nature all the time, but the potential is there. Principle 5 simply says we keep trying, we keep practicing. So to recap these 5 principles, God is all there is, humans are divine, Our thoughts have creative power. Prayer aligns us with a presence greater than ourselves. And we live this truth by taking inspired action as we are guided. Nearly everything you'll hear or read in Unity comes under the umbrella of the 5 principles. There's a short way to remember them called the 5-finger method. God is, I am. I think, I pray, I live. You can learn more about these principles on unity.org and also find a book and other publications about them. Look for links in the description below. I hope these 5 principles help guide you on your spiritual journey. Blessings to you.